have a case in front of us, and this is one of the main reasons why I came. We have a trust issue, huge, and the fact of the matter is, a Robert Wagner case just went through, it even got worse. Now we have an individual who's been out here trying to change a lot of the issues that we're fighting. If you don't know Leo Lewis, something wrong with you. This individual has been out here on the front line, and now he's engaged in the same thing that we're talking about. Now, if you're really truly serious about this, why these individuals rallying around this individual, writing letters of support on behalf of this individual? That's something you guys can do overnight. And this is what I'm going to say, well, other folks are listening and will get behind this individual. So the challenge today is support the individual. Speak out on his behalf. Last time it did not happen. Last but not least, I want to put this plug out here. Chief Warren and Chief Hayes are probably the best two chiefs that we had in North Omaha. And they tried to make change, and look what happened to those individuals. So the fact that it's going to be a huge challenge for you to be able to come in and do things that you're doing. But I do agree, this is the first step. But for me, if we're not trying to make some meaningful inroads, I won't be back.
I'm looking at this, and these are responses that came from here. And if I'm reading this correctly, our, for lack of a better word, I'm not trying to be offensive, leaders aren't reflecting what the community is saying. Everything up here is all about relationships. It's all about, if you look at the high numbers, it's all about relationships. Citizen Review Council, relationships. 7, educate community how to interact with police, relationships. 8, educate police on how to better enter the community, relationships. 9, residents community get more involved to help the police. It's all about relationships. It's not either this one against the other. It's all about people coming together and learning how to work together. This is what this is saying. Simple. Sounds real simple to me. Open up your mouth and talk. Get together. I just found that absolutely amazing.
Okay, so switch gears a little bit. We want to do this very quickly. You have to make your comment in 30 seconds or less, because we want to respect the time and we want to capture some additional ideas and solutions moving forward. So you have your hand up for hand. We'll get the three of you real quick, and the other young lady that had a comment. Very quickly, though, very quick. Solution.
Is there money in the budget to run PSAs to educate citizens how to act when they're pulled over, properly act when they're pulled over, so this situation doesn't escalate?
Okay, so let's capture that. Simone, can you capture that? Is there money to help with PSAs to make sure that we're communicating how to act properly in that situation? I'll come real quick.
I am a police officer, and I just came just to support my chief and also to hear what the public has to say. I noticed that the two, as the young lady said earlier, the two main topics were relationships. I am a police officer, and I am here. 32%, number 7, is educate the community on how to interact with the police. Before I became a police officer, I was one thing first, and that is a black male. Being a black male, I knew there were certain things that I couldn't say or couldn't do or shouldn't say and shouldn't do when I'm in the presence of a police officer. I think that instruction has been lost. My man Leo said there's certain things that happen with individuals when they come in contact with the police. We have to remember that these police officers have been given authority to take situations to the arrest or to the citation, or as the chief said, use our discretion to let folks go. But we also have a responsibility. I'm a police officer 8 hours of the day. Unfortunately, folks believe we're cops 24 hours. No, I'm a father and a husband and a police officer and everything else. What I mean by that is, when I come in contact, when I'm not in uniform, I am a citizen. And I conduct myself as a citizen. If I should come in contact with law enforcement, I conduct myself first as a citizen. And all I say is just to make sure that when we come in contact with the law, our young people, because that percentage represents those that are in here. the people that are outside who might not feel that way aren't here. So we're dealing with the folks in this room, but there is an element out there that do not want to know the police, that do not want to understand why we do what we do. So try to get those people to understand that there isn't an expectation as a citizen to conduct yourself as a citizen, a civil citizen.
Thank you.
Hey, I'll try to keep this short and brief as possible. First off, I wanted to say thank you to all the police officers that came out to conduct this forum. I know it's not easy to receive some of the feedback that you're getting, but I mean, that's really the first step. So thank you. Next, I wanted to acknowledge as far as solutions go. Number 7 and number 8. I think this is a big problem myself, seeing that a lot of times, really, we have so many people in our community, specifically talking about the African Americans, that just don't know their rights. And I think this is something that's oftentimes exploited by police officers who do know the laws. So I think education on both ends needs to be a priority. And we all talk about what are we doing and who's taking accountability and this, that, and the third. I like to just be an example. I raise my hand. I give each and every one of you guys my contact information, my cards, and I raise my hand to participate in some type of educational program to maybe facilitate this overall initiative back and forth. So, just all of us taking accountability.
In the back.